Hello and welcome to Random Acts of Poetry. I'm going to sit a little bit closer to the phone because I'm doing something that I rarely do, which is a retake of a video. I hope you don't mind speaking to my ear, but that's partly because I thought the sound was a bit low, and also I pronounced one of the words, an old Celtic word, wrong. So before I do this poem, I'd just like to talk a little bit about how I've been changing the format. So the last poem I did, I just read the poem out and it was too short to be considered as a YouTube video, so off it went to become a YouTube short. And I realised there that sometimes taking the time about something, like for instance a piece of work that you've created, to give it some time is really important. You know, we rush everywhere in this world, or a lot of us do. I'm very good at taking my time, plodding to where I need to go. The Taoist quote is, nothing in nature is rushed, yet everything gets done. And I think it's quite dangerous sometimes how we live our lives. You know, we're in a rush to get up. Some of us rushing, jumping out of bed after 5 snoozes because we're clinging to those last minutes of rushed sleep. And then with breakfast on the hoof. And then we rush out the door, jump in the cars. I put my makeup on the car when I'm driving to work. And we rush to work, trying to get to the junction before the next person, and we forget that it's better to arrive than to arrive there dead, arrive late rather than dead. And this cycle goes on. We're rushing at work to try and do the best workload to seek our boss's approval or to get extra pay or whatever it is we feel that we've got to achieve. And then we rush home because after all we can't wait to be home. Because once we get home, we're then going to rush off to the gym to do our hour workout in the gym. To then rush off to our hour relaxation class. And then when we get home, we rush off to bed and we rush our sleep. And we record all of this on an app so we can see how well we are at rushing. And this poem that I've written was wrote, I reckon, at harvest time last year. It mentions corn dollies, and kind of an old tradition about the harvest. And the year is never rushed, and we're coming up to a time where we're going to try and cram even more into our lives than what we already do. And one of the greatest gifts that we've got, if not the greatest gift, is time. That's what we sell after all. That's our greatest commodity. Time. And we don't sit with ourselves and take a little bit of time. We have to fill it with something. Anyway, that's enough of my witterings, and here's my poem. Votive offering. A cold wind blows the chaff across the street as woven dollies are borne aloft to honour the spirits of the barleycorn. Beaten sword from stone withdrawn, sharpened to a razor's edge, a silken cloth is dropped to test which craftsman is best. Twisted metal in river's bed, cast by penitents, manifested words of kindness never said, offerings worth are never listed. No orator or note taker could record the whispered names of dreams carved upon ogham beams. This is why, when boldly caught, fair approval must be sought before you tell what you wished you'd thought.